What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another volume of Diary of a Madman. I'm your host, Johnny Deneen, and I'm a little bit. I had to gotta wait some second before I can start cussing. But I'm a little bit upset because I totally just did 5 minutes of this and realized my microphone was off. So, uh, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I hope you give me a like, comment, or subscribe. I had cool ass fucking shit. I already fucked it up. We're cussing now, Ivy. Um, intro, and it was pretty cool. But yes, we're not fucking hear it because I forgot to turn the goddamn microphone on. All right. So, what are we getting into? Um, I'm watching cool shit on television. The Alien Earth that came up, and it's pretty fucking awesome if you're a big fan of like sci-fi. The writer, director, uh, uh, producer too. His name is like Noah Hawley or something. I'm probably fucking that up. So, nope. I mean, beat me up in the comments. Anything would fucking help. But yeah, that dude is. I can't wait. This show looks awesome. It The storyline is fucking great. And one thing I always found funny about sci-fi is that no matter how good the science fiction gets, like communications always fail. It they You watching a movie where they're sending spaceships into distant galaxies across the universe and still speaking to each other, mind you, getting transmissions across, but all of a sudden there's an emergency and you need to talk to somebody who's 45 feet away from you and fucking so um it's sci-fi needs to they need to come up with a new, I don't know. We need to solve communications in the future is what I'm getting at. Because I mean, it still sucks now. I pay God knows how. I pay a fucking car payment for Verizon, and I can't take a phone call inside my house. I have to go outside, and hopefully, then the call will continue. But mind you, I got to fucking go outside to make a fucking phone call. It's bullshit. They paying, like I said, dude, way too much. So suck my ass, Verizon, and they all suck. They're all the same fucking towers. They could just turn up the energy a little bit, and we're paying more than enough money to keep those coolers cool or whatever the hell it is. Makes the internet do what it does. So just turn up the fucking power a little bit on the internet and let us have our phone calls again. Piece of shit. And if this is the first time you viewing this Diary of a Madman, welcome. This is me. Talk about stuff. It goes off in other directions, and I forget to close the loop a lot of times. Right, Ivy? I got my dog here with me. One of them. She's guarding the door. By that, I mean she's sleeping in front of it. But at least she's not trying to bite my feet. She does a lot of other times. Um, I'm also watching Twisted Metal on Peacock, that streaming service. Peacock, for one, horrible streaming service. It's slow, it lags. There really isn't a whole lot of fucking good shows on there. They can't just get off Netflix anyway. But Twisted Metal is one of them that I like. It's cheesy, it's fun, and the soundtrack is the best. It's so fucking cool. And uh, I played Twisted Metal on, I think it was PlayStation 2. It may have come out on PlayStation 1. I don't know. I was didn't know of PlayStation. I only heard of PlayStation 2. And then um, Yeah, I played Twisted Metal before. It was cool. You just drove around and shot things and blew shit up and listened to cool music. So uh, they at least got the soundtrack part right on the TV show. Plus, I mean, it's hard to make a really good movie or show about a video game. There've been a couple out there, but you know, for the most part, it's usually gonna fail. Okay, gotta stop using as a filler word. But if I take it out in editing, it like takes 3 minutes off the podcast. Oh, Porta John stories. Wait. Should I go? Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that first. But Porta John stories. Somebody said something about, I don't know, I saw on Twitter about something in a Porta John. I was like, holy shit, I've got plenty of Porta John stories. I was in the army for 20 years, so there were a lot of times that I've done business in a Porta John. And one of the times that one story about these fucking things. Shortly after I got in, so we're talking early 2000. This may have been before. This mission may have been before 9/11. I'm not sure. Here we go. Um, we were sent on a J-Lots mission, joint logistics over the shore to Camp Pendleton, California, which is in the southern part. It's a Marine base. Well, I'm Army, but joint logistics. So we go from Virginia. My team goes from Virginia unit, small unit, over to Camp Pendleton, and we do this week long, 2 weeks. I forget what it was. Joint logistics over the shore. It was fucking great for us because we had this little container, an expando van is what we called it, but it was hooked up to hydraulics, little hydraulic things that lift it like a container, and then you can just drive it like a truck, pull it like a trailer. Now it has wheels. Anyway, we put that shit down right on the beach, man. So we got to work at the beach, and because what was supposed to happen was this Navy vessel was supposed to anchor off the coast, and then they were going to build this causeway. And a causeway is just like a bridge that pieces together, and it was about a mile long, I think. And then it comes on shore, that kind of thing. But they built the causeway, and the ocean was too rough. We couldn't. I think we took like maybe 3 trucks off. Anyway, I'm rambling. It was the mission was failing. We weren't going to make our time, so they folded up the causeway and went down the beach a little bit. Just went to a port, but some of us got stuck, still sitting at the beach. Anyway, we're there for a week. Can't drink. The last 2 days we're there, they index. So fucking mission's over. Congrats. Now you guys can go buy booze if you want. So we're taking buses in. Mind you, we called it Tent City, Dirt City, whatever the fuck you wanted to call it, because we worked on the beach, and then there was the highway, and then there was Camp Pendleton. But like just as we would hear cars driving down the highway because that's where our tents were. It's close to where we were just inside the camp. So the last 2 nights were there. I think they opened. They call it wet camp. They start busing people into where they're. If you're in the army, it's called a PX. If you're in the Air Force, it's called a BX, and if you're in Navy or Marines, it's the NEX. So where you go buy your shit. And the Class 6, everyone knows that is where you go buy your. So everyone hits this fucking place up. My buddy Mess, Missouri, he gets a big ass bottle of Crown and go back. That night they have a tent where their show. It's the first time I saw the movie Final Destination. Drunk. They had dollar beers, and we're getting to the porta john. So we're out fucking getting hammered. Story comes around that there's a female in one of the porta johns, and you know which one it is because there's a line of dudes for that one porta john. Just she's just blowing guys. Whoever comes in there, she's sucking them off, and then they're just walking out. That's the story. Turns out the female was part of our unit. I don't want to say her last name, but if you know your planets, her last name is one of those nine. I think Pluto's still a planet. Pluto's anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah. So there's that Porta John story. Also, that was the first time I ever tried to uh flow or whatever. I was hammered. Okay. I did not make it far, but there was a circle and there was a dude beatboxing. They were putting I don't know, man. I was having a good time and did not I oh my god, I'm remembering what I fucking said and I got laughed out of the circle. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is what I'm not gonna rap it because I mean I fucked it up then and it was bad enough then. But what I said was, "My name is Deneen. If you fuck with me, I'll get mean." And as soon as I said mean, everyone started laughing. I don't know. I was a fucking small ass little private, I think at the time. Yeah, very young in the army, and I got laughed out of the rap circle, drunk off my ass at a joint logistics over the shore exercise in Camp Pendleton, California, while someone in my unit is in a porta john blowing a bunch of Marines. So there's that story. Next, um, also a deployment. I had it was Kuwait. It was Kuwait. I forget. Fuck, it doesn't matter. But they were really harping down on like not allowing us to gamble and that kind of shit. This is early 2000s, so was World Series of Poker was huge, huge then. Like I still have the fucking case. I bought a poker case, and that came over with me. They fucking broke it because they tossed bags like assholes. But yeah. So this shit's huge. You're not allowed to bet for money. So we're meeting up in these MWR tents or whatever and playing for like dares are pretty much what it is. First man out gets, whatever. Well, I'm up there playing and they say, okay, first one out of the poker circle has to eat dinner in a porta john. And guess who fucking went all in and fucked up? This guy, because apparently I suck at poker. If I've got a lot of money, I think I could be pretty good at poker. But I never go into poker games with any amount of money that doesn't immediately get me like bullied out within 3 or 4 hands. So I'm glad I don't have just got a drinking problem and other problems. But so I end up having to eat my fucking dinner in a porta john. And there's photos I don't have. Somebody they're still out there. I made sure that like the rules. I had to keep the door open because there's no fucking way. But I had to sit down, and it just. I remember what it was. I only got two things because they made sure I had to get a protein and a fucking whatever. I could just get one small thing, eat that, walk out. You know. So it was fucking Salisbury steak and red beans and rice is what I ate in a porta john in Kuwait at mind you, dinner. So all day, this porta john had been being used by not only American soldiers, but people of the area. I don't think we can call them TCNs anymore. Third country nationals. It was considered whatever. Fuck. Fuck them. But these people have different ways of using the bathroom. Um, so, there's like footprints on the porta john next to you because they stand on it, hover. They don't hit every time. Anyway, or sometimes it just sprays. But mind you, if you're aware of the engineering of a porta john, um, there is also a urinal. So if you're sitting down, and ladies, I'm sure you know too, I think they're gonna listen. There's that just smell of piss coming out of that thing. Now this is Kuwait, early 2000s, so they're not putting little fucking whatevers in there. They started doing it in these other container bathrooms, but it straight up smelled like fucking chlorine tablets. Like if you stayed in there longer for than 5 or 10 minutes, you were gonna pass out or die. It, and if any of you have served out there, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyway, so I'm eating Salisbury steak and red beans and rice in a porta john in Kuwait. This thing has been used all day. It's Kuwait as fuck all the time. Um, yeah, with every bite, I was, ugh, fucking gagging on that shit. So that one sucked. Um, what do I have any more? Oh, okay, another. It's not really a Porta John story, but I wrote it down in my notes. It was fucking hilarious. So this deployment. This was, I think, Kuwait too. Anyway, uh, you, you couldn't bring. It was hard to bring pornography out there, and nobody had. This was before smartphones. So we're when I say we, like me and a couple buddies were looking to go find a fucking trailer to go take a shit in. They had like shit trailers. Like you would open it up and there would just be toilets, but uh, they were partitioned, but they didn't have doors to the toilets. So what they had was just like a curtain, right? So I remember we opened up this one shit trailer to go in there and take a shit, and the wind blows. This dude's in the first stall. Fucking wind blows that damn thing, wide open. He's got his mag and his hog fucking mid stroke. We're like, eh. Found another place to shit. Yeah, that was that's one of two stories that have looking in the army where I caught dudes jacking. Um, I'm sure dudes have way more stories, but I wasn't really looking, you know. Oh damn! Fuck. Hey, already 18 minutes. We haven't gotten. All right, let's get to titty time right quick. Everyone's favorite time, trending time. Damn, can't believe it. Bullshit. Had I been recording at first, I would have already been at 25 fucking minutes, and have been like way better than what you're listening to now. Nobody to. All right, look, call it somebody at this point because they know who you are. Love Bob Odenkirk. Fucking uh, Better Call Saul. He was great. Yeah, I'm brain farting it right now. I always do this, but please let me know in the comments the HBO show with him and David Cross. Uh, Fucking great. Um, but yeah, he did a whole lot of writing that a lot of people don't know about. So look into him. But nobody to just I'll watch it when it comes out for free, whatever stream device. But I'm not going to theaters to watch that. Okay. Columbus. On a Subway. Subways. Oh, I don't know why Subway is back in news. Is it because that one dude hit somebody with a fucking sub sandwich and ran away? Oh yeah, that's what happened. Some guy struck a federal agent, but hit him with a fucking full on long sub, and then ran. So it was an ICE agent that he threw at, and they caught him. He's being charged with felony assault and pepper. That was a joke. All right, I'm not reading anyone else's fucking jokes. Um, fuck Hunter Biden back in the news. I heard he gives a great interview and talks so well about crack that he makes you want to do crack. So, him. Oreos, love a good fucking Oreo. Who doesn't? Look at this shit. Actually, I haven't had an Oreo in probably a year, but now I might. And fuck, that's it. There's some sports stuff in the news, but I'm gonna hold on to that so maybe my other buddies want a sports podcast. So like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. Till next time. Peace.